Hello, fillies and gentlecoats. 'Tis I, Pure Note. Today I am here to read to you a dramatic reading of Embarrassment Knows No Bounds by Haphinea's Will. I'm not sure if that's pronounced it, but oh well. I'm just gonna jump straight into this because I've already read it once over and it's really kind of funny. Alright. Here I go. Why, sister, did you think that sharing those stories would be a good idea? Luna whined to her sister and fellow Princess Celestia. Look at the papers that are saying I am, the Night Princess said, slamming her face into a pillow to hide her tears. Celestia looked at the headline, Princess Luna in a secret love affair with Earth Pony. The subheading stating claims that they are the best and most respectable lovers. Celestia silenced a giggle, but her sister was right. This was her fault. Some time back, after a friendly prank, she'd snuck into Luna's room and she was looking for a place to spread some itching powder for her sister. While there, she found a series of notes and observations of a stallion she had been watching with some interest. And one in particular. A stallion named Big Mac stuck out. Princess Celestia knew that this was the older brother of the element of honesty, Applejack, but she was about to use this information for a new idea for a prank when she found it. A love story that involved a nighttime liaison with the rugged farmer. And a very descriptive scenes of romance. Celestia read 2 pages before bursting out laughter at her little sister's crush and what she sought in the simple farm pony, and decided this was too good to keep to herself. She passed it around and even read it aloud to her royal guards. They found it all funny. The princess was enjoying sharing a little secret about her sister, but one guard must have talked. And before Celestia could say anything, the news ponies came to Luna demanding an explanation. Oddly, none of the Earth Pony reporters asked her the tough questions, but the unicorns and Pegasi were very ruffled with the princess had stated her interest in that manner. Oddly, the Alpiptera, Luna's special night guards, were not upset. In fact, they cheered their lady Luna for finding love. Celestia went to lean down and comfort her crying sister, but there was a scroll sent her at that very moment. She opened it to see what Twilight Sparkle had written to her, and it seemed she, too, was very upset. Dear Princess Celestia, I'm sorry to hear about your sister's private thoughts being shared by the press, and I'm very upset you were the one sharing the rumors. I found out through another guard that was in town, and I'm not mad, but disappointed. I wrote to you about the dangers of rumors, and even that the cutie Marcus hinders to learn their lesson. Please, give my regards to Luna, and if she ever needs somebody to talk to, she may visit me any time. Your faithful, but disappointed student, Twilight Sparkle. Great. Even Twilight is mad at me. What else could go wrong? She asked in her head. But just as she thought that, another letter appeared in front of her from Twilight's friend, Applejack. I had to say something, didn't I? She read the letter aloud. Dear Princess Celestia, mind explaining to me why my brother, who's probably the one of the hard-working stallions I know in Ponyville, is the star stallion in your sister's dirty story? I swear I do not appreciate the joke, and I'm expecting a personal apology from both of you. Your angry student, Applejack. Ah! I swear if I get my hands on that guard I will... Ah! Celestia threw up her hooves, but stopped feeling sorry for herself and went to hug her very upset sister. It's not fair. I've been simply observing the wonderful, muscular, burly stallion and wrote a fantasy that I had in a dream with him. And you had to take that from me. What's next? Do you want my plans for an adventure with little Pip? I can just see the papers now, accusing me of... I don't even want to say that. Princess Luna laminated. Princess Celestia did, in fact, see those plans, and it wasn't the fact that she planned an equestrian-long trip alone with a small coat that she didn't share that. It was the fact that she was going to look for an imaginary friend, Nessie, again. I really don't think that trip is realistic anyway. He keeps saying the creature's real, and even after 1,000 years, I've never found it. Nessie's real, sister. I saw her and she let me ride her on the lake. Those were so much happier times when I wasn't publicly shamed like this." She cried again. This clearly was getting nowhere fast. So it was decided. Celestia would write back to the upset Applejack and hopefully talk this over at a calm dinner. Celestia told Luna her plan. "Luna, I'll handle the press. I just want you to cheer up and clean up, for goodness sake. Don't be embarrassed or a little crushed. The unicorns and Pegasi talk like they're merely jealous." She reassured her sister and prepared for the dinner later that day. Evening had come, and the apples were present at the dinner table. Applebloom wore her best bow and even cleaned herself to look more presentable for the princesses. And even Big Mac wore a tie for the occasion. Applejack went over the plan for the evening once more. "Now I want every pony to be on their best behavior. Both princesses are coming to dinner, and we will not be having any trouble or awkward questions for them. Is that clear, Applebloom?" "Yes, Big Sis, but I don't see what's wrong with Princess Luna like a Big Mac. I mean, doesn't she deserve a special pony, too?" The innocent little filly asked her sister. "Yes, but you'll learn one day that what she did and said are both really creepy, and I just plain old wrong. I'm sure she'll be happy with one of the fancy ponies in Canada," she told her sister. Big Mac just stood there in silence. Apparently he wasn't allowed to have attention from royalty. "Here they come. Now just stand there and I'll handle the rest." Applebloom ordered her siblings and then opened the door to find the princesses before her. "Hello, Applejack. I'm so glad we can visit and talk, despite the occasion we do so now. May I come in?" Princess Celestia asked for both her and her sister. "Of course. I'll just show you round." Applejack gave a quick tour of the farmhouse and then led the royal sisters into the dining room. "This is my little sister Applebloom and ahem, I know you both know Big Mac." A hidden tone of anger was present in the farm mare's voice when she had introduced her brother to the princesses. "Nice to meet you all, Mr. Big Mac. Luna said nothing but stared into the stallion's eyes and looked up and down his body, as her mind wandered to places that it should not have gone at that very moment. "Yup," was all the stallion said to her, but he did flash a slight smile as he sat. "Sister, I think you've been staring far too long," Celestia whispered in her ear, as her dark wings puffed out and she realized she was staring. I apologize to you, Mr. Big Mac, especially you, Miss Applejack. I didn't mean for the little story I wrote to be taken so seriously today." She decided that it was a good time to ever discuss the elephant in the room. "Ah, shucks, I forgive you. But please make sure you keep those thoughts away from my kid. 'Tain't right what you wrote, and about him being so willingly to roll in the hay with you." Applejack spoke plainly, forgetting there's a certain filly present. "What do you mean, roll in the hay, Applejack? I roll in the hay with Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo all the time, when we play in the barn," she said innocently, causing her brother to clear his throat and Celestia to stifle a small giggle from the filly's unfamiliar terms of reasoning. "Okay, let's eat," Applejack declared to change the subject. And so they did. Dinner was finished and the night was getting late. Applebloom and Applejack were cleaning the kitchen while Celestia was talking to them whilst waiting for her sister to freshen up. It really was a case of a guard not keeping his tongue to himself and bragging to a willing-to-hear news pony. "I'm sure things will blow over soon. I appreciate the gesture, Princess, and I'm sorry for being so cross with your sister. I just don't want to see Big Mac get his heart broke." Meanwhile, Luna was finishing up her trip to the sink when she saw Big Mac sitting alone. She felt the need to apologize one more time, without her sister's help. "Big Mac, I just want to say again how sorry I am. I really admire your strength and solemn look, and I can't help but kiss me, you big lug," she said as she leapt towards the surprised stallion. Just as their lips met, every pony in the kitchen came out to wait on the Princess of the Night and caught her on top of the very willing Big Mac, exchanging short kisses. "Big Mac has a special sun pony. I told you, sis. What are you—" Applebloom asked as she reached into the closet to pull out a pitchfork and threatened to attack the Princess of the Night, who's clearly not sorry at all for her crush and getting caught. "Get out of my house, you lying little—" Applejack screamed at the princess, forgetting all propriety she had, and and was just mad that she had lied to her. "Sister, help me!" Luna screamed as she ran out of the house and flew into the night sky. "Sorry, sister. You're on your own." Celestia laminated her sister's impulse control and stood with Applebloom as Applejack went out to chase her into the orchard. "Hey, Big Mac, does this mean you're each other's special sun pony?" Applebloom asked, and Celestia eyed him carefully. "Yeah, nope," he said, and excused himself as he went up to his room. "What does this all mean? What does this all mean, Princess Celestia? What is this lesson we're supposed to learn?" the filly asked, very confused of what to think of the situation. "I truly don't know, Applebloom. I really don't know." Celestia told the young filly, but had to laugh at the situation, and the young Applebloom joined in. Big Mac, once alone in his room, locked the door and began to resume writing his very special poem he'd written to give to the princess when he spotted her a few weeks back watching him work. He may have not planned his first kiss with the princess. Well, he did intend to impress her, though, even without his sister's approval. Bravo, good sir. That was phenomenal. That has to be one of the most funniest things I've ever read ever. I was literally fighting myself not to laugh my ass off. Just bravo. Bravo. Give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back, sir. The link to this original story and this writer's page will be in the link in the description, if that's okay with him, her, whatever works. So I'd like to thank you, and that was a great read. I will do more of yours, maybe. Have a Bass-Tastic day.